Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of His Turn, Her Turn. I'm Paul Bryan from WLS Radio in Chicago.
And I am Lauren Fix, the car coach, and I'm proud to be your co-host.
Yeah,
We have something fun.
And I've got to reset the table for you if I can.
Rearrange or reset?
Well, expand, I think, is probably the best way. As we take a look at the Jaguar line now, we first saw the XF in 2007.
Designed by Ian Callum.
Ian Callum did that car, and as the director of design, he just does such stunning work on this and the F-Type and the F-Pace and all of the different things. Yeah, they really are. But I want you to think about Jaguar in terms of the breadth of customers that they're able to address now.
Yeah.
Everything
price
from
ranges have just
I know, from under $40,000 all the way up through the full kit. But right now, our focus is going to be the new XF, second generation of XF, which is really important. You have some interesting perspectives on what you think on this car,
right.
Initially,
absolutely.
And we'll get more in the car.
We'll definitely cover the driving and the comfort and visibility, because I think that's also important. But I think the architecture of this car, I think, is what makes the big story. Aluminum. Everyone wants cars lighter, to handle better.
They've got to be.
And they've got to get better fuel economy. So how do you do that? You use an aluminum architecture that is state of the art. And I think what's so important about this is the process. And we'll show you some video of that as well.
Yeah.
But this is what's part of the story, is that the fuel economy has improved to 30 miles to the gallon, and adding in a diesel engine. Genius move. And the price point is still in that $50,000 range. But I'll tell you what, this has increased the residual value too.
Yeah, you're going to be able to get this in a 340 horsepower 6, a 380 horsepower 6, and also the diesel engine as well, which is 180 horsepower.
But it's all about torque.
Yeah,
when it comes to diesel, forget the horsepower. It's about torque.
Yeah, and it makes it a lot more usable, and also in all-wheel drive.
And two models too. There are two models, which I think is a good story as well.
Well, there's a lot of story to tell on this.
You got the S and the R Sport, but I think the best thing is for us to get in the car and drive it and show you for yourself.
She is so wise beyond her years. She really is. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's take a look at the new Jaguar XF. Boy, as soon as you sit in this car, I don't know how to explain it sometimes. There's like a caressing that you get in a Jaguar. A saloon, as they would call it, that just says, yeah, it's got 4 doors, but boy, it's got some sporting heritage to it, and it really feels good that way. The steering wheel has a nice solid feel. The steering itself feels really good. We're on these twisty roads, as you see. The sunlight's going to be dancing in and out because we're in the mountains here in Arizona. But I just like the way it lays out. I love the display. I love that they've come with a diesel engine on this, plus the 340 horse engine, the 380 horse engine, and then you can even bump that up even more if you want. So there's an awful lot to like about this car. If you want a mid-size sedan where you don't see yourself coming and going, and having a really attractive car care plan to go with it, where you don't have to be monkeying around with a lot of warranty claims because they're already taken care of for a long time. This has to be on your list to look at. It has to be. All of the old stories about Jaguars, they aren't reliable. They had electrical problems. Geez, Ford Motor Company bought Jaguar in 1991, and the first thing that Ford did is they changed out the electric system, but some of these things die hard. I've got no problem at all with any of the electronics. This is as reliable as they come. They get great marks from the J.D. Power Initial Quality Survey folks. It's a terrific car. That's kind of my take on it. Lauren, what do you think?
So my first initial impressions behind the wheel of the Jaguar XF is, wow, just what a dramatic improvement in ride, in handling. Just love the comfort. I'm so big on seating comfort that if a vehicle doesn't feel right when you sit in it, especially if you're going to buy a car, I always tell people that maybe that's not the right car for you. But I'm telling you, you sit in this car, the first initial impression, wow. And I'm not just saying that. They're not selling me. They're not paying me. But the comfort level on this vehicle is great. The performance, as you can hear, excellent. Visibility is great. Now, I'm not one who's owned a Jaguar other than I race a Jaguar, so I'm not necessarily biased to the vehicle one way or the other, but I'll tell you, this improvement of aluminum architecture, the design, the style, the soft touch everywhere. The Meridian sound system is over 800 watts. Now, I'm not an audiophile like Paul, but I do like the sound system. It's excellent, top quality. You know, if you're into really high-end music, you'll be very satisfied with this. As someone who wears polarized sunglasses typically on a bright day like today, you usually can't see the heads-up display. And this is one thing you can see. One of the first things I noticed is that I could actually see the speedometer. It shows the navigational directions right here in front of you. And it's really easy to read, and it's adjustable, of course. One of the overall arching things that I notice about this car is just, it's like riding on a cloud. I'm driving on a very rough road, and you might be able to hear that. But what I'm feeling is a car that is in control of the road. It has almost a lot of German characteristics, but then that of luxury blended in. So I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with this vehicle. I wasn't sure what to expect. I always go in with a clean slate in my head, but I'm walking away from this drive thinking, wow.
You know, we should point out as well that there's both the S-Type and the R-Type as well.
The S is performance, and R gives you that look, but it's still giving you some pretty nice performance. So it's just like a 40 horsepower difference.
Yeah, it's, you know, you say,
both
well,
look
40
great.
horsepower. Yeah, I mean, that's quite a bit. It's a 15% bump in power, or ballpark. I'm not a mathematician.
You'll lose a little bit in fuel economy, but either of them come in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And it starts in the 51. 51.9.
51, the Dick Butkus of cars, number 51. When Jaguar was acquired by Tata Motors, Ratan Tata, the chairman of that company, said to everybody that was in place in the UK, don't let me get in your way. Build great cars. Here are the tools that you need to do
awesome.
that. And wow, I mean, who'd have thunk it? Empower your people, and look what happens.
What a concept.
Yeah,
what
I know.
a concept. But I think the results are been proven, you know, on the road, the performance, the fuel economy, and the Jaguar maintenance package that's now included with 5 years.
It's really remarkable.
5 years of maintenance. When you put that up against the Germans, because that's essentially where this car goes, and including Lexus, this car really has an enticing story. And I think that people need to remember, when you add in the maintenance and the road service and everything that maybe you thought twice about buying a Jag, that's all gone. There's no excuses not to own one.
You know, we've been talking about and showing you XF today, but just to give another illustration of what I'm talking about, with the XE, with their new entry-level vehicle.
Oh, I'm looking forward to driving that.
Yeah, I know. We can't wait to get to that.
And the F-Pace, which
But
is their
there are
SUV
people who say that
SUV.
that is now going to be the standard of that size car
Right.
in the industry, which is really cool. My God, what a wonderful turnaround for this company.
I'm
It's
very
great.
excited. Their
But
cars
this-
are fantastic. Beautiful options, performance, great looks, comfort, seating, diesel, yes.
I'm still going to
think
go
that-
with the gas. I'm
I
still going to
think
go with
the
the
Germans are going to be very concerned.
gas. Yeah, they're
I would
watching.
be.
They're
I would
watching
be.
for sure.
Absolutely.
And speaking of watching, thank you for watching too. If you want to do more than watch, you want to listen, which is always fun. You can listen to me on WLS Radio on Saturday mornings. You can go to WLSAM.com. We stream on RDO as well. I tweeted the Paul Bryan and Lauren.
I am at Lauren Fix on Twitter. You can also sign up for our newsletter, laurenfix.com. Don't forget our Facebook page,
Yeah.
His Turn, Her Turn. Of course, subscribe. Please subscribe. We love, love, love your comments. Put them down below. We love the conversation going on, and we love to join in on that. And don't forget to check out our other videos, too, because we've got Land Rover amongst pretty much everything on the road today.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being with
Thanks
us.
for
We'll see you from wherever the heck
The
we
next
wind up
time,
next.
who knows?
Thank you.